That's the great thing about sports. You play to win.
Who's about to bring it home?
Practice, man.
Playoffs? You kidding
What
me?
are we talking about? Practice?
Playoffs?
Oh, practice.
Y'all gonna be ready to play. This is all sport. When it's all damn fun, I'm gonna bust some pockets, bust some moves.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Hall of Fame quarterback Peyton Manning, the newest member of the Denver Broncos. It's hard to believe, but there's no hard feelings between Manning and the Colts. So, from that perspective, it reminds me of my dad and his old job. He was there for over a decade, and he reached the pinnacle of his profession there. A couple years ago, the economy hit, and they had to move forward with someone less expensive. My dad moved on to bigger and better things. He now works with a company that he targeted years ago, and his former employee wound up hiring someone he actually referred to them. Both are win-win situations. It was a calculated decision by a methodical winner. Peyton Manning has a Super Bowl ring and a Hall of Fame legacy, which relates to Broncos Vice President John Elway. Elway brought 2 Super Bowls to Denver at the end of his career. Perhaps Manning follows in those footsteps. I thought he would land in San Francisco or Arizona, but he will suit up for the Broncos in the AFC West division that has been mediocre at best in the last few years. That's the main reason why I'm buying into this. This team was successful with Tim Tebow at the helm. They won the division and made the playoffs with a young run-first quarterback. Tebow was famous for his fourth-quarter comebacks, something Manning has done 45 times in his career. Here's how great Peyton Manning truly is. Whether you played football, coached, refed, watched, cheerleaded, think about how many quarterbacks there are. With over 15,000 high schools and 4,000 colleges in America, and each team has 2 to 3 quarterbacks, so there's over 19,000 starting quarterbacks right there. Then you add the UFL and CFL, but yet only 4 or 5 quarterbacks in this entire world are considered elite, and he's one of them. Denver fans, you're happy now, and you should be. I'm sure you'll feel better after you see Peyton Manning in action, when he gets up from a hit, especially that first sack he takes. Then we'll hear all you guys exhale. Injuries, part of the game, but if anyone is worth the risk, it's this guy. Doctor said he fully recovered from his neck injury, and the team watched him work out. You invest millions in someone you consider as close to a sure thing as possible, which he has done throughout his career. When you think about it, Manning has shredded defenses over the years, and teams were tired of his quick strikes for scores. So they backed off the receivers, and he adjusted. He takes what the defense gives him, and he moves the chains. First downs, he wears you out defensively, and he picks you apart. Peyton Manning is cerebral. Teams dared him to call running plays in Indianapolis. Now he's on the best running team in football, partly because of Tebow, which brings up the dilemma: do you trade him or keep him? Off the top of my head, Miami comes to mind, but I mean, Tebow was scrutinized for his lack of fundamentals. Who better to learn from than the great Peyton Manning? He basically calls his own plays. He's like an offensive coordinator on the field, and his film study is second to none. More than throwing a football, his presence as a leader and in the locker room, the hope he gives you to go out and win a game, he expects you to do your job and play to your potential. This could be the best free agent signing in NFL history. Indications point to a happy ending, and I'm not a betting man, but if I were, I'd start on him. The Broncos have super aspirations, and we might see another quarterback ride off into the Denver sunset.